Yo, what up? It's your boy Tom, and what we have for you today is a Master Duel replay. We're going to be playing Orcust, specifically Scrap Orcust. We'll start with a copy of Scrap Recycler. Turns out our opponent has a single hand trap, so that will end our turn here. Just going to set the droplet and hope for the best. Pass it over to our opponent, and looks like they are on Tri-Brigade. We'll normal summon the Nerval, link into an Owl Mirage, and I did not activate Max C because I was expecting a Karas activation. Speaking of which, the Nerval will grab the Karas, and the Karas will activate. We will chain Max C here. Turns out it doesn't matter though, because they had called by the grave. When you have it, you have it. So, with the Max C out of the way, our only way out of this is Droplet. Let's hope they don't have a normal summon. Sending Kit to the graveyard to send a Fractal to the graveyard, using the Karas to go for a Link 3 here. We'll go ahead and Droplet both the monsters in our hand, just because we want them in the graveyard. The Droplet will negate both of their monsters here, and turns out that ends their turn. Really not playing through a whole lot here, but off the top we find Scrap Recycler. A lot of people just wish they were as good at Yu-Gi-Oh as I am. But we're going to link summon Scrap Wyvern. They go for the Revolt, but they only have 3 materials here, so they're not going to be able to get a Shrike. They're only going to be able to get a copy of Rugal, which is not going to pose any significant threat here. On summoning the Rugal, they will go ahead and activate a couple effects in the graveyard. They will get the Kit and the Nerval. The Nerval will resolve to get a Tri-Brigade Fractal to the hand. And then the Kit will send another card to the graveyard. It will be Nerval. So we'll try to continue our turn here. Scrap Wyvern to bring back the Recycler to pop it. And then to summon a monster from deck. They will chain Rugal just to get a Nerval on the field. But it's not going to stop us in any meaningful way. Summon the Golem, destroy the Rugal. Rugal's effect will activate, decreasing attack, but these monsters will not be staying on the field, trust me. Golem to summon the Recycler. We'll go ahead and bin a Orcust Harp Horror for later. So glad this card is legal in Master Duel as opposed to the TCG. We're going to link into Lib, the World Key Blade Master, to get World Legacy Succession. Monster Reborn to a zone that a link monster points to, essentially. We'll link summon into Appaloosa, and since the Lib is sent to the graveyard as link material, we can tuck a monster back into the deck. We'll use this Succession now to bring back the Golem, which once again will bring back the Recycler, meaning we get to bin another machine monster. This time we're going to go for Orcust Symbol Skeleton. We're going to use the Crystron Rosenix to summon a token, but we've already ran through all of our link monsters that don't require effect monsters, so that was a little bit of a misplay. We'll Harp Horror into Girsu, Girsu sending another Nightmare, and then we will finally link summon Galatea. We'll use the Nightmare, banish it, to get a World Wand to the grave here, World Wand to summon the Nightmare, and then using the World Wand, tucking it back in the deck for Galatea's effect to get everybody's favorite field spell, Orchestrated Babel. We're going to go ahead and try to clean up their board here. Turn the Galatea into a Dingirsu, which on summon will send a card from the field to the graveyard. That will be Tri-Brigade Karas. And then link 3 into Longirsu, with the link arrow pointing directly towards the Salomon Great Owl Mirage. We will have to banish the Symbol Skeleton to fuel its effect, though, bringing back the Galatea. Longirsu will activate, tucking those 2 monsters back into the deck in order to get the Owl Mirage off of the field. Unfortunately, Longirsu cannot attack when he does this. There may have been a line to lethal, but we didn't find it here. Instead, we're just going to attack for 18 and 24 with the buffed Appaloosa. Pass it back to our opponent. Hopefully they won't be able to break our board here, and oh, that's a Lightning Storm. Luckily, Longirsu is linked, meaning he can't be destroyed by card effects, and this token is not an effect monster, so it won't be destroyed. But the Galatea and the Appaloosa will die. We'll go ahead and use Galatea while we can. We'll banish a Nightmare to send a Symbol Skeleton to the grave, and then we'll get a Orchestrated Crescendo. set to the field for next turn. That symbol skeleton that we send to the grave is important as it gets us into our Din Girsu during our opponent's turn, sending our opponent's normal summon to the graveyard before they can use its effect. Turns out that ends their turn, and what do you know? We have lethal. So if you enjoyed this replay, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below. Subscribe for future content, and thank you.